Rachel with the Herbalist Garden. How are you doing today? I am so glad that you stopped by to learn with me today, because today we're going to learn about the most expensive spice in the world. I bet you know what it is, and if you don't, guess what? It's saffron. So, did you know that it takes 75,000 flowers to get a single pound of saffron? Mm-hmm. Sure does. We're going to talk about its history. We're going to talk about its benefits. We're going to talk about dosage. We're going to talk about its constituents. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. I'm going to try to make it pretty short because I am personally low on time. We're gonna talk about dosage. We're gonna talk about how to use it, and many more things. I will put the links that I have perused through and gleaned my information from on in the description. If you want to have any sort of full-on conversation, I have it posted in the Herb of the Week in the Herbalist Garden on Facebook, and we can have a whole conversation about this. And you are more than welcome to have a conversation with me about it down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Okay, so let's talk about saffron. It's a pretty little flower. This is the one that blooms in the fall. This is not the crocus that blooms in the spring first thing. But it is called a Crocus sativus. That is the Latin name for saffron. It has many health benefits, including antioxidant properties, mood enhancement, the potential relief for PMS symptoms, also supports cognitive function, anti-cancer effects, and many, many more things, like mental health. It's an aphrodisiac. We've got Valentine's Day coming up on Friday, so maybe you ought to have some saffron in your food. It helps prevent, I know I'm goofy. It helps with preventing nervous system disorders, weight management, and so much more. We're going to talk about even more than that. History. Saffron is a spice originating in Asia and has a long history as a healing or a health boosting plant. So we talked about it. The actual name of it is called Crocus sativa. There's sativus. There's an L at the end. I'm not really sure what those mean. But anyways, people have used saffron as a flavoring, color agent, health remedy, and they've been using it for thousands of years. It is a prized spice with a rich history. It's a star ingredient in many cuisines in the Middle East, India, and Europe, lending to its distinct saffron, dark red color, and sweet earthy flavor to dishes. While its exact origin is uncertain, its medicinal use is well documented throughout history. Cleopatra bathed in saffron-soaked water. That doesn't sound right. For its supposed beauty and aphrodisiac qualities, and the Greco-Roman physicians prescribed it to treat a range of ailments like urinary tract infections, stomach issues, wounds, depression, and more. We did talk about how it's a crocus flower, but it's the one that blooms in the fall, not in the spring. And the spice is made from the dried thread-like parts of the flower. It's called the stigma. And let's see, I did write this down somewhere. Let me see here. Sorry, I think of little things that I wrote down, but I don't necessarily put them in the order that I want to talk about. Okay. We said that it takes 75,000 flowers to get a pound. I did see something, and I'm not sure if I wrote it down. I might mention it later, but from what I remember, it's only like 7 milligrams per flower. It'll come up later if I wrote it down. Okay, so crocuses are in the lily family. It comes from the stigmas or the styles. It's also called threads within the flower itself. They're red because it's very expensive due to the difficulty of harvesting it. Farmers must harvest the delicate threads from each flower by hand. And then they heat and cure the threads to bring out the flavor of the saffron. This extra labor makes saffron one of the most expensive spices in the world. Saffron is commonly used for a coloring or flavoring agent. We talked about that. So we can talk about the health promoting properties. It contains compounds such as crocin, quercetin, picrocrocin, saffronol. It also has high amounts of minerals of calcium, potassium, iron. So those in themselves, along with magnesium, that's another story, help reduce depression and anxiety. So, like, oftentimes you'll find somebody who has depression and anxiety issues, like big time issues, sorry, that they're probably low on iron or magnesium, potassium, or calcium. So they need to get those checked. But that active ingredient, the active constituents, I should say, that are in saffron are often found in like different antidepressive medicines that are like citalopram, fluoxetine, and imipramine. They're like the generic versions of like the name brand um, antidepressants that are out there on the market. So like, why? I mean, okay, never mind. We're not going to go there. I know why. And people who use saffron as an antidepressant report fewer negative side effects. I wonder why. Saffron is harvested by hand. Um, the term saffron applies to the flower's thread-like structures that are called the stigma. We talked about that. There's also some of the antioxidants that are in the saffron. I mentioned 4 of them already, but the other one is the camphorol. We talked about the crocin. It is probably the most notable antioxidant that's in saffron, the one that's mostly referred to as the antioxidant. It's what gives it its red color. But it could protect the brain cells against progressive damage, which means that it also helps with Alzheimer's. So it has also been known to be beneficial for inflammation, asthma, hypertension, cancer. We talked about depression, preventing heart disease. I just said the slowing of Alzheimer's. Nervous system relaxant to calm overfiring nerves that lead to pain. It can treat stomach upsets and flatulence. It also helps in managing an enlarged liver or spleen. It's antispasmodic, and it's often used as a remedy for constipation and bloating. So that camphorol that is found in saffron flower petals, this compound may help boost the immune system and protect the body from several viruses, including hepatitis B, flu, HIV, respiratory syncytial RSV. It's basically, I don't know why I can't say that word right now. So we talked about how it may improve mood and treat depressive symptoms. Its nickname is the sunshine spice, which I've never heard it called that, but that's what they say. It's not just due to the distinct color, but because it will help brighten your mood. So in a 2019 review, they found that saffron was significantly more effective than placebos at treating symptoms of mild to moderate depression. Other studies found that it is just as effective as conventional treatments for depression. I tried to pronounce them earlier. They're antidepressant drugs, pharmaceuticals. While these findings are promising, they still have a lot more studies to do. And they're always going to say that because they are never going to sit there and say, hey, take an herb. Don't take our pharmaceuticals that we make all this money on. Take stuff that's free and out in nature. Yeah, they don't say that stuff. So another thing it does. So it provides respiratory health benefits. So it'll help with asthma. It can cure coughing and the common cold. It is an expectorant that loosens the phlegm from the lungs and the throat. Saffron has the quality to act as an anti-inflammatory substance as well as a stimulant. Both qualities are beneficial in asthma, to combat asthma. So it will open up the respiratory tract so you can breathe again. It says it may have cancer-fighting properties because it's high in antioxidants, and it will neutralize harmful free radicals, because free radicals have been linked to chronic diseases such as cancer. So that's why they say that. It's high in antioxidants, which is cancer combating. It's just the way things are. And a 2020 review found that saffron and its compounds have been shown to selectively kill cancer cells and suppress tumor growth while leaving healthy cells unharmed. Ooh. So it also, the kind of cancers it specifically targets are like colorectal cancer, breast cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer, cervical, leukemia, and brain cancer. Those are the ones that it really pinpoints on, the cancer cells. It says that the main antioxidant in there, it makes the cancer cells more sensitive to the chemotherapy drips. So if you took saffron while on your pharmaceutical, it may help. Because I'm not going to tell you what to do. I will give you information. I will guide you in the correct path, but I'm not going to push you there. So it also may reduce PMS symptoms. I think we're going to get to more of that later. We talked about it being an aphrodisiac. So aphrodisiacs are foods or supplements that help boost your libido. So studies have shown that saffron may have aphrodisiac properties, especially in people taking antidepressants. In a 2019 review, found that some studies taking saffron helped improve erectile dysfunction, sexual arousal, sexual satisfaction, and genital lubrication. In 2018 review, 6 studies showed that taking saffron significantly improved erectile dysfunction, libido, and overall satisfaction, but not semen characteristics. In a 2012 study in females with low sexual desire due to taking antidepressants. 30 milligrams of saffron daily over 4 weeks reduced sex-related pain and increased sexual desire and lubrication compared to a placebo. So it'll also, it's known to reduce your appetite and aid in weight loss. Of course, most things are going to say this, but which one actually does it? It's different for everybody. There are people who swear by turmeric. There's people who swear by berberine. There's people who swear by all these different things because it's whatever works for your body. Let me just tell you, I'm going to keep looking to find it. Yes, I know. I have to exercise. I've been doing that. Thank you. Research suggests that saffron may help reduce appetite and help with the weight management, especially if you have obesity. For example, in a 2023 study, found that 60 milligrams of saffron per day for 12 weeks it was significantly more beneficial than a placebo in reducing body mass, BMI, waist circumference, and weight. Researchers also found that saffron helped improve good cholesterol and lower triglyceride levels. In a 2017 study, they found that saffron extract supplements for 8 weeks reduced appetite, body mass index, waist circumference, and total fat mass. So they've done a lot of studies on this. And in addition to those, it reduces heart disease risk factors. Like as it said, it helps lower the LDL and total cholesterol, triglycerides, high blood pressure levels, because it prevents blood vessels and arteries from clogging. It lowers blood sugar. They did animal studies. They found that it lowered blood sugars levels and raised insulin sensitivity. So it can improve eyesight in adults. I need that. I need that. Specifically, though, with age-related macular degeneration, saffron appears to help improve eyesight in adults with AMD and protect against free radical damage, which is linked to AMD. We talked about it. It helps improve memory in Alzheimer's disease, adults with Alzheimer's. Helps improve cognition in adults. It's been used as a seizure treatment. It's like an anticonvulsant remedy for people in Iran. It's in their folk medicine. In biologic models, it shows that it can shorten some type of seizures, according to this Dr. Zerwani. He says, saffron could hold promise as a seizure treatment, but we need more data about its safety and effectiveness. If you have a seizure disorder, ask your provider about taking herbs and supplements like saffron. That's a Zerwani, Dr. Zerwani. We talked about it being an ED treatment, and Alzheimer's treatments, macular degeneration, and it's specifically the crocin compound that's property constituent that's in the plant that actually helps prevent the cell damage and delayed age-related decline of the cells in the eye as a whole. So apparently it can help hair loss. So it prevents hair loss from falling. It prevents hair from falling by strengthening each strand from root to tip. Saffron combined with licorice milk is a plant, not a candy. Is an excellent hair tonic for treating alopecia and inducing hair growth at a faster rate. It's also believed to improve blood flow to the follicles, allowing greater delivery of nutrients and oxygen. we're going to talk about how to use saffron. So the saffron flower petals, apparently they wrote this wrong. They had to have, because it says the flower petals look like thin red threads. Those are the stigmas, not the petals. Whatever. This is why I take from multiple websites. Anyway, you're supposed to soak a few threads in hot water to make a saffron tea, or mix the liquid into savory dishes for food. And be prepared for the price. It's one of the most expensive spices in the world. You can also purchase saffron capsules to swallow if you don't like the flavor, but before taking any supplements, talk to your healthcare provider, blah, 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 blah. I have to say these things even though anyways, not supposed to take it when you're pregnant or breastfeeding. You're not supposed to take it when you are on blood thinners. It will enhance sleep aid medications, and it will mess with antidepressants. So, like, if you're already on an antidepressant, I highly would not recommend taking saffron. I would say okay, that's what I'm supposed to say. How about that? What I really want to say is try it. It's not going to kill you. The only thing that it could possibly do is like null and void your antidepressant medication for like a day. But don't take it with blood thinners. That is not worth a chance. Obviously, don't take your sleep aid medication and saffron at the same time if you are planning to drive or use heavy machinery. I think that goes without saying. Um, so another way is you can use the supplement of saffron as in a meal. You add a few strands to a cup of hot water. Doing this pulls away with the flavor from the saffron. A person can add both the water and the saffron to a savory dish at the end of cooking. So it's just like an end of cooking, like a little parsley or people put on the chives on the top or green onion or whatever you want to call it. You can purchase or make your saffron supplements in capsules, extracts, tablets, liquids, powders, tea. There's so many different ways to take it. So there is some skincare that has saffron in it because it's really, really good for your skin. I don't know if we touched on that or not. But it is generally considered safe for most healthy adults when taken in a dose fewer than 5 grams. Okay, here's the thing. 5 grams is the most. I would not recommend 5 grams. And this is within a 24-hour period. They usually do 20 milligrams to treat, say, depression, PMS, Alzheimer's. 20 milligrams. Here's what I was trying to say at the beginning. And I said it right, each saffron plant yields 7 milligrams of saffron, and the store typically sells it in amounts up to 30 milligrams. So you can take I would do up to 30 milligrams at most in a day. It says 5 grams, but just start small and work up. Moderation is key, and then we figure out if we can have more. So you can find it in like sometimes little vials have the actual stigmas, the little red thread stigmas in it that produce all these constituents and benefits. But that's a lot. So what did we say? It helps with a ton of things. Um, I am looking into investing. I don't really know how much they cost. Let me look up real quick. How much they cost? Okay, let me see. Hold on. Sorry. I can't type right now. Saffron bulbs for sale. So you can buy the bulbs, which are called corms, I believe. Um, hmm, like online at Walmart, you can buy 25 bulbs for $26.96. They have also have a rare saffron spice crocus for $12.25. Etsy, you can buy 100 of them for $100. Um, this is if you want to plant and grow yourself, so you can harvest them yourself. I recommend, at 75,000 flowers for 1 pound, $100 for 100 corms isn't that bad. And what you'd have to have times 750. Jeez, that's just for a pound. So you obviously don't need a pound. 20 to 30 milligrams at most. But I would like. They have a saffron crocus 100 bulbs for $51.95 on Amazon. So you just have to search around. Apparently, to actually grow them yourself, it's a little bit cheaper. I wonder if they're difficult to plant and grow. I'd have to look into zones. Look into what kind of pH does it like? What kind of soil does it like? It does bloom in the fall. I do know that. So I will have to look into this. I would definitely like to have some myself. So, because it says that each flower produces about 7 milligrams, and you need, say, 20 to 30 a day. So, do your math. I think it's doable. Especially if you have, an area where you can plant them where no animals will bother them, like, say, a greenhouse, or, yeah, I think this is doable. I'm going to look into get me some saffron corms. Isn't it a pretty plant? We're going to have to definitely reap some benefits from these saffron corms, the stigmas. Thank you guys so much for learning with me. I could ramble on for a long time here, so I'm not gonna. Thank you so much, as I said, for learning with me, and check out the Facebook group, the Rose Garden, so you can join in on our conversations over there. Just don't get scared away. Some people. Anyway, it's all healthy, or it's supposed to be healthy discussions. But I still love my people. I've really enjoyed my group. I've learned a lot from them. So thank you all for coming and learning with me. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to say what Bailey Sarian says all the time. Stay safe out there. Stay out of trouble. Does she say that? Oh, I didn't get that right. Sorry, Bailey. Have a good day. Take care.